Hi, Nicole Wigman on Havasupai land in northern Arizona. I'm out here in our garden at our fleece washing station. This is where I hand wash all of the alpaca fleece that we harvest on our farm. And we are actually a large alpaca farm. We have over 60 alpacas on our 47-acre ranch. In 2022, we harvested 200 pounds of alpaca fleece. In 2023, this year, we harvested 300 pounds of alpaca fleece. And if you know anything about natural fibers, that is a huge amount of fiber for one woman to be working with. So I feel very, very blessed to be learning about alpaca and allowing the alpaca to teach me how to process it in the most sustainable way that I can. And this is how I do it. I do it out in the garden. This is the skirting table here. So first I roll out the fiber onto this table. And you can tell that this is a screen table. So as I go through all of the fiber, I pick out all of the organic matter, right? So the poop, the grass, the dirt, and all of that debris. And then it goes right down into the earth. That's why doing fiber processing in the garden makes absolutely the most sense. So all of that organic matter goes back to nature naturally just through the process. I wash the fleece today. All of the water is gonna go to this peach tree right here. We have a baby peach tree growing and it's absolutely thriving. And peach trees do really good with gray water. Now, as far as the fiber goes, you know, there's all different kinds of perspectives about what kind of fiber is, you know, best for spinning, best for felting, all kinds of stuff. So basically, I just kind of ignore all of that because I work with it with my own hands. So there's no machine that it's gonna have to go through. So when you send your fiber out to a mill, it has to go through all of these different machines, and each machine has different specifications. And if the fiber doesn't meet those specifications, it gets kind of thrown out, or however the mill might deal with their waste. So here, since I'm using my own hands, I don't have to be so picky about the fiber. And since I do mostly felting, again, you can be less picky about it. When I work with the fiber, I work with what's called the blanket. It's the prime part of the fiber. It's kind of like the torso area of the animal. It's the most luxurious fiber in the alpaca industry. And then I also use seconds. Seconds would be the second cuts. Maybe they're a little bit shorter, a little bit more coarse. I mix it all up. It doesn't really matter for the work that I'm doing. So I've been going through a lot of brown and black fiber lately with the art that I've been making. So today I'm going to wash some brown and black and kind of restock my clean supply of fiber. Now, with felting, when you felt, it actually cleans the fiber. So you don't have to, you know, wash the fiber before you felt. However, I have learned that fiber that is clean will actually felt a lot better, because wherever there is organic debris left in the fiber, as it gets washed out during the felting process, it'll leave little thin spots in your felt. So then you end up having to patch it a bunch, which is time consuming. So I just like to have clean fiber to work with and you know, produce the best felt that I can produce right out of the gates. So I'll go ahead and get started, and you can just watch a big amount of fleece here. I'm going to push it to one side, and I'll just pull over a small section for me to start sorting and picking. I'm going to bring over one of these bins, and I'll drop the fiber right into this bin to be washed. So we've had kind of a drier monsoon season than the last 2 years, but luckily the last couple of weeks we've been getting rain almost every single day. So not like giant amounts of rain, but we've been getting rain every day, which feels really good. And our main rain tank was filled completely up, so we transferred that rainwater into our water trailer. So all of the fiber that I'm washing today will be washed in rainwater. And I like to do a passive soak to wash fleece. That means I put the water in the bin and I let it soak overnight for 24 hours, and then I'll rinse it tomorrow and I'll water the garden. So anyhow, I'm just shaking out this fiber, picking out any big pieces of grass and poop, anything that doesn't belong, and then I put it into here. So when you order a hat from me or any type of art, know that it's a long process. It doesn't start with me just having a piece of felt and making a hat like other hat makers. It actually begins with the daily care of the animals. So we care for the animals every day. You know, we have to feed them and pick up their poop and water them and love them and make sure they're healthy with doing herd health. Every month, you know, we have to give them their vitamin shots and do any you know, parasite treatments and stuff like that to keep them healthy. And then we shear them once a year in spring. And then I have to pick and wash the fleece and make the art. So it's a journey. It's not about just getting this end product. So when you buy something from our farm, you are connecting directly to the animals through this raw material, through my hands, through the land, and all of the care that Dave and I provide for our herd. And like I mentioned earlier, this is rainwater. I try to do as much of the washing and the felting that I can with rainwater. I'll put the lid on it and let it soak overnight. And then tomorrow, when it comes time to rinse this fiber out, I'm gonna take the fiber out of the bin. I'm gonna put the water into the main bin that has a hose on it for me to water the peach tree and the garden.